Hi, I'm Jared, and this week on Hood Slappers, I'm going to be reviewing the 2024 Toyota Tacoma. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. The Toyota Tacoma. It first graced North America with its presence back in the year 1995. In a year that brought us great travesties such as the O.J. Simpson verdict, the last Calvin and Hobbes comic that was printed in paper, and I got my first F in school. Yet with every valley, there is another hill not too far away. The Toyota Tacoma brought many smiles for those looking for a small, reliable truck. Because, as Merle Haggard once said, I wish a Ford and a Chevy would still last 10 years like they should. Now, all these years later, Toyota and Calty Design Research have just released the 4th generation Toyota Tacoma, still keeping the bar very high and level. Now, if you look closely, you might be able to spot a few differences between the first generation Toyota Tacoma and what we have here. This truck is about a foot taller, 3 feet wider, 10 inches longer, and about 1,000 pounds heavier. But really, weren't we all a bit smaller back in 1995? And what Toyota's managed to do here is create a Tacoma with a more aggressive exterior and a modern interior, also adding a few firsts to their beloved truck, all while keeping the same foundation for what makes the Toyota Tacoma so great. Now, the first thing to note on the outside of the vehicle is the front grille. It no longer has an innocent look, but a more aggressive look, with all the right lines and curves creating a stern brow and an angry look. But let's keep in mind, the Tacoma is 29 years old now, and we all get a little more angry when we enter middle age. Now, Toyota's theme for the Tacoma is badass adventure machine, which makes sense when you look at the vehicle. The Tacoma also offers a variety of different TRD packages that can make your Tacoma even more badass, with features like a hood scoop, sport-tuned suspension, JBL audio, different drive modes, and a multi-terrain view monitor. Now, I still have yet to be sold on the badass part of the truck, because when I first turned on the Tacoma, Barry Manilow was playing at full volume, and that's neither badass or adventurous, especially when about 70% of pickup owners will take their vehicle off-road at one time or another. But truthfully, that can be swept under the rug, especially when you look at the rear of this Tacoma, offering a welcome mat of reminders that you in fact drive a Tacoma. The tailgate opens up to a world of storage never seen before on Toyota's small truck lineup, offering a standard 5-foot bed, available 6-foot bed, with deep sidewalls allowing for increased volume of 7%. That may not sound like a lot, but somehow Toyota managed to make it look like a lot. Now, the Toyota Tacoma does offer a power lift tailgate that will open and close with the push of a button inside the cabin. The trim we have here does not offer that feature, but that's not going to stop us from showing you how it works. Man, what will they think of next? Now, a few of the reasons for the Tacoma's competitive fuel numbers are a lightweight aluminum truck bed, better aerodynamics, and we can't forget their all-new 2.4-liter turbo engine. Now, some of you might think that's going to cause a stir because a lot of the Tacoma's competitors still use a V6, but Toyota managed to offer the exact same horsepower out of this 4-cylinder as their old V6. And although the fuel economy numbers compared to the two are negligible, this still shows me that Toyota's open to try new things to give their customers the best experience. And soon, we're going to see more of that as there's a hybrid on its way. This engine we have offers up to 278 horsepower and 317 pounds of torque, all while being powered by Toyota's 8-speed automatic transmission, offering 2 additional gears than the outgoing model. Towing has not been compromised on the 4-cylinder either, as Toyota offers similar towing capability of 6,400 pounds. A manual transmission is available on the 2024 Tacoma, but much like manual labor, not everyone enjoys that. And Toyota says that about 6% of sales will be manual transmissions. So, if you see one you like, don't wait too long to get it. Now that leaves us to reveal the interior of the Tacoma. We recently had the chance to review the Honda Ridgeline, a formidable foe of the Tacoma, and we quite enjoyed the rear space. Can the same be said of the Tacoma? I should assume so. After all, it is named after Tacoma, Washington, a city with lots of space. So, let's take a look. Now, the back seat is a little crammed. It's certainly not as big as Tacoma, Washington, so some false advertising on Toyota's part. But it's still okay for a pickup truck. You do have properly placed cup holders. You also have storage behind and below the seats. But let's forget all that for now, because when I sit back here and I look at the front of this truck, I see an interior that's fearfully and wonderfully made, if I may. I had a friend who told me once that Toyota makes 20-year-old brand new cars, and I can see where he was coming from at the time when they made things like the Tercel or the beige on beige Corolla. But when I look at this, one thing I like about Toyota is they let actual Tacoma drivers post reviews of what they think of their vehicles. And I'd like to share a few with you. Rachel writes, comfortable ride, great leg room in the back. I just said there wasn't great leg room in the back. She can't be trusted. Oh, Joel says, so far I'm absolutely in love with my truck. Ugh, get a room, Joel. Gross. Let's see if there's another one here. Jocelyn writes this. I live in the bush, and this truck is perfect for me. Jocelyn? Jocelyn? Liar. Well, maybe these reviews aren't the best, so why don't I take the Tacoma out for a drive and let you know what I think about it. Well, here we are in the... Oh yeah, it's just me. Well, my first impression of the 24 Toyota Tacoma, come on, I really, really like this. And I'm not just saying that. One thing people have critiqued the car with is there's so many plastics in here, but it's not bad looking. It's just plastic. Who cares? Half of Hollywood is made out of plastic, and we still give them all their credit. So I think Toyota did a smashing job with this, creating a nice looking truck, a comfortable truck. And I did say earlier that we just reviewed the Honda Ridgeline not that long ago, so it's fresh in the mind. Obviously that's a unibody truck. This is a body on frame, so it's a different drive. This feels more like a truck, more rugged, I'll say. So it's definitely a different drive. If I'm looking for something that's just pure comfort that happens to have a truck bed, maybe I wouldn't go for this, but this is a really nice truck still to drive. All the reviews out there say it's a lot quieter than the outgoing model. Unfortunately, it's a really windy day today, so I can't really try that out. But it's still quite quiet. But I'm sure without the tornado-like winds, it would be a little bit quieter. There's no tornado, but if there was, I would probably chase it because I'm in a Toyota Tacoma. Tornado chaser. Now, if you've driven a Toyota before, the Toyota has good size levers, switches, knobs, whatever you want to call it. And that continues on the 24 Tacoma. Big dials here and knobs for your fan speed, your temperature. And I'm gonna, because we live in Canada, I'm gonna put on, an actual snowmobiling glove. And I'm gonna be in here and I'm gonna change my temperature, change my fan speed and my mode. I'm gonna see how easy it is, even with a glove like this, okay? So I got, my temperature's gonna go up, my heated seat I can change, and I love these dials. So I can flip up, like I work at NASA or something like that, or I can flip down. And either way, they work both ways, up, down, up, down, up, down. fan speed. And if I want the whole thing off, I can just hit this big button and everything's off. So one glove. You can call me the Michael Jackson of the Tacoma, but nice job, Toyota. Really nice job in the interior, and I mean that. Now, it's not just me who likes the Tacoma. A lot of people like the Tacoma. And in 2018, Toyota, for the first time in the North America, or the US market, I should say, cracked over 200,000 sales. And despite the way the last few years of vehicle sales has gone, Toyota still maintained above 200,000 sales a year. And with this one, there's no doubt they're going to do it again and crush that 200,000, because this is a truck that you could really, if you like any Tacomas in the past, you'll love this one. This is absolutely brilliant. Very comfortable. People always say on camera I look tight in the cars. I'm not going to comment on that. That's obviously my coat. And the camera adds like, I don't know, 200 pounds, 200, 180. But I am very comfortable in here. I have loads of headroom. No sunroof, keep that in mind. But I have lots of headroom. The back seats, like I said earlier, they're a bit tight, but I never sit back there. I'm not a loser. All right, maybe a bit of a loser. Now, if anyone watches this channel for actual consumer advice, I would say Toyota makes probably some of the most confusing trim levels. This is a TRD off-road, so I get a few things, push button start, but some weird stuff, like I got heated seats, no heated steering wheel at the amount of money I'm paying. I'm not saying I expect it, but I have electronic lumbar support, but I don't have a heated steering wheel and I don't have a moonroof. There's no leather, not dual side climate control. But, you know, it's just very confusing. I would think I expect to see a few things in this truck, but I don't get them, but I get some other weird things in this truck. So just if you're going to look at different TRD trim packages, just make sure it has everything you want in it, because you don't want to miss out on one little thing because you thought it was in that package. So just go over them all. Standard on the Tacoma is going to be your 8-inch display screen. It's going to be wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. Of course, 4-wheel drive, you're going to get standard, at least in Canada. And then you're going to get Toyota's 3.0 Toyota Sense, which is going to give you a lot of cool things. And I can bring them up on the screen, which is kind of neat. I can turn on what I want and turn off what I want. So my lane assist, my forward collision warnings, cross traffic alerts, my road sign reading. So it's telling me right now that I got a stop sign in front of me in case I can't see, which therefore I shouldn't be driving probably. Blind spot, which I think I already said. So I can turn that stuff on and off at my leisure when I'm inside the car. Very easy to operate. This whole screen is customizable in front of me. I can change what I like on the left and the right portion of the screen. And then I have a little screen in the middle, which I can adjust as well. So the whole digital display here is pretty cool. Nice and bright, big numbers, very crisp. Another big step for Toyota. Well, viewers, it is a cold day today, so I apologize if I seem a little out of... Brad?
Oh!
Hey, everybody,
Oh.
it's Brad, my old co-host and partner on...
Hey there, Jared.
How you doing, Brad?
Oh, good to see ya.
Everything all right?
Ooh, it's nice and warm in here.
Actually, yeah, it's a little too warm. I'm going to turn it down.
Get a bed in there, maybe. Huh?
How are things?
Well, not bad. Not, anyway, a little slow right now.
Nice shopping cart.
Oh, that's not mine.
Oh,
That's,
okay.
Anyway, I don't suppose maybe you have a bit of change you could spare?
Brad, I think you still owe me $10 from the movie we went to like 6 months ago.
But this is the only $5 I have. That's all I have left.
You know what, Brad? I'll tell you what. You can pay me the rest another time. All right? Anyway, good to see you, buddy. I got to get going. All the best with your shopping cart.
Jared, wait! Nice truck.
29 years the Tacoma's been around. It's really a tried, tested, and true truck. Don't change the name. Keep the design somewhat similar. Keep things familiar, and you'll sell a lot because the name speaks for itself. Don't damage the look. Don't damage the functionality. And I think Toyota has maintained that philosophy. And yeah, it's a redesign, but you can still see the similarities to the previous generation. They're doing good things with it, and I never had a chance to drive the previous generation of the V6. I wish I did, but you know, if it's anything like this, come on, what a great truck. I did drive a 99. A friend of mine had a 99 stick Tacoma. Rob, if you ever see this, which you probably don't, but if you ever see this, that's you, man. Dark green, brilliant truck, and that was my first real introduction to the Tacoma. It was a 99 Tacoma green. Had a cap on the back because my friend Rob slept in the back of it, because you never know where you would find him at any day. He was an adventurous sod, and yeah, great guy, great truck, stick, really nice truck, and it lasted a long time. So that's my first Toyota Tacoma I ever really experienced, sat in, and I mean, obviously they're doing good things because it keeps going with the goodness. If you've driven this compared to an outgoing model of the Tacoma, do you like that, or would you prefer the V6? And would not having a V6 deter you from getting this, period? Would you go for a Ridgeline? Would you go for a Frontier or a Colorado? Put it in the comments. I'd love to hear back from you, because I have no one in here to talk to. So if you guys can talk to me, that would be good. I think that there's a universal respect for the Tacoma, much like Michael Jordan. Not everyone's going to love him, but you have to respect him or any great athlete for what they're able to achieve and accomplish with their ability. You don't have to love the Tacoma, but this truck demands and deserves your respect. And I think what Toyota's done here is created a brilliant exterior, some great features on different levels, and terrific off-road ability. The Tacoma might be heading into its 30s now, but I think it's still in its prime. So with that, I give the all-new 2024 Toyota Tacoma my hood slap of approval. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. A big thanks to our friends at Forbes Waterloo Toyota for allowing us to use this 2024 Toyota Tacoma. If you're in the market for one of these or any other, go see them.